Hello ladies, blokes and non-binary folks, it's Ant here, off camera again, doing a casual video for once. The figures I'm going to be talking about today, I did write a full-on scripted review and I actually recorded the whole thing, and then like an idiot I deleted the video. That's just a thing that happens around here. You may notice we're sat at a lovely desk. Last time I recorded this I tested out the desk setup for reviewing things and I was like sat a different way round, facing the camera and everything. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'll get back to reviews eventually. Today, we're checking out a figure, and this is going to be the first of a sort of collecting goals focused video. I set myself collecting goals now with Transformers, and if I hit a target, I want to kind of do a video showing what I collected, and this is the first of two goals I set myself this year. One of the goals was to complete a combiner, which, as you may have known from the last pickups video, is I'm aiming for Studio Series Devastator, which I'm one piece away from now. Good autofocus there. It doesn't... There you go. One piece away from completing Studio Series Devastator. I just need overload and I'm done. But what we're talking about today is the other collecting goal. I wanted to finish myself off a complete subline, or, range of classic figures, G1 figures. And we are doing the Throttlebots. They're all here. Some of them are just off camera. But we're going to start with... That didn't work. This is Chase. I think it's Chase. This is definitely Chase. So here's Chase. He's a little red Ferrari Testarossa. This is, not one of the ones I had when I was a kid. The reason I went for these Throttlebots was because I had a couple of them already, and they're relatively cheap. If you want to complete a subline of G1 figures, it's pretty easy to do because you can just pick out a subline. There's usually like 4 to 6 figures or something. In some cases, just 2. And that's why I chose Throttlebots, because there's 6 of them. I already had 2 of the figures, and on top of that, they're all like 5 to 15 quid each. This boy here, I'll bring him closer so you can get a good look, and obviously the focus isn't going to work. This boy here, he was only about like 7 quid, and he's in really nice condition. The thing is, the reason why I'm doing this as a casual thing rather than a review is that when I did a review, I felt like I was saying the same thing about each figure. There's not really much to go into. But the thing is, that's the nature of a lot of G1 toys. They're more about their gimmick. In this case, the gimmick being, his ability to crash into my computer monitor. But this, sometimes that's all you need. And these guys replaced the mini-bots, which I've got a couple of mini-bots. I've got Warpath and I've got Wheelie. But I never had them as kids. These were my mini-bots. But like I say, this one isn't one I had as a kid. The rub sign, unfortunately, doesn't work anymore, which is the nature of these older toys. Those rub signs just die out eventually. But let's put little Chase here into car mode, and this is what's really good with these figures. Is they're perfect fiddlebots. You can get them into car mode in seconds, and they still shoot along like that. I did consider getting Run Amok and Runabout as well, but they're not Throttlebots. They've got their own thing going on. They've got their own transformation thing going on. I put them closer to the Twin Twist and Topspin. But that is a nice little Ferrari Testarossa. So we go to the other one. His Freeway. This one, you may notice, is in an absolute state, but this is one of my childhood ones. And something I only noticed recently, one of his wheels is thicker than the other ones, which, let's bring up close. One of his wheels is thicker than the other ones, which suggests that at some point this was repaired. I didn't repair it. I have no idea who repaired this. I probably bought this second hand from a toy shop in Devon. There was a second hand toy shop down near the Sainsbury's. But he is wrecked. His stickers are peeled off on the side. There's a little bit of wear here, a stress mark. I don't know how I got a stress mark on there. But there's a little Chase. He transforms into a Mazda, I think it is. I think it's a Mazda. But yeah, where that wheel's been repaired, it doesn't affect the ride. I'd stop him there before he hit the camera. It doesn't affect his ability to, spin along. Whoever it was who replaced that, they picked the right sort of wheel for it. As close as they could get. I mean, I barely noticed when I got him. But yeah, there's little Chase. He's nice. He's a bit loose. He's scrappy. But like I mentioned when I talked about Hound a few months ago, that's kind of what you want in old toys. I want my old toys to look like they've been played with. It's nice to get one in pristine condition, but I also want one that I can play with. But here, his roll bar who's crashed. This is the old drunk of the lot. Like, he's fallen down the back now. 1 second, he's back. This is another one I had since I was a kid, and I love this figure. He doesn't have a rub sign. That's because the second generation of these Throttlebots, when they released the second year, they removed the rub sign from him, which was actually something they were doing a lot. He's got a knackered wheel on the back, which, to be honest, I could probably bend that into place if I just got some thin pliers. Give it a bit of bend, but he's nice. He's a nice little Jeep. Look, you can. I don't know if it's an actual. Is it a Land Rover? Probably a Land Rover. I don't know, cars. One thing I like on him is the sticker for the windows. He's the only one, I think, that has stickers on all windows. Yeah, he does. But they got that sort of like sunset thing going on, which I think's really cool. There you go, good focus. But it looks neat. That's a neat little thing. So let's put roll bar over there. Let's bring in the last of the ones that I don't think are all that cool. That's Searchlight. This was the one I actually had the hardest time searching for, ironically, because he's called Searchlight. And that's because I wanted one that wasn't yellow. In this camera, he's coming out pretty pristine white, but he does have a bit of yellow into him. Just the slightest amount. I doubt it's going to come out in the camera. Let's get him up close. There you go. But he does look a lot nicer on camera than he does in real life. To be honest, it might just be the yellow light of my room. But I like this guy. It's really hard to get an old figure that's still nice and pristine. Yeah, you can. I don't know if you can even see it. It's not coming on camera. It really is like that light that I've got in here is doing wonders for him. You're glowing up, mate. But he's a nice little rally car. Not sure what type because I've closed the wiki page now. TF Wiki is a great resource for all information. But he's in good condition and he's got his little rub sign on the back, which again doesn't work. But he's a nice little rally car. I like him. Why would you make a rally car in white though? That is the worst colour. Let's bring on the guy who I always sort of imagined as the leader. Good work, Goldbug, of the Throttlebots, and that's Goldbug. Obviously, you remember in the cartoon he was originally Bumblebee. He got turned into Goldbug. I think this was the first time a character had a new figure based on him, even though technically he's got a different name and everything. Bumblebee did also. I mean, Bumblebee definitely claimed that when they did the Pretender version, but he's a nice little gold bug, and unlike all the other gold plastic figures, he doesn't fall apart. Yeah, despite having a little bit of the swirly plastic in there, he doesn't really rot or anything apparently. Very few gold bugs fall apart, unlike my slingshot that I have, the G2 slingshot, which has completely crumbled. Granted, I was sort of playing catch with him at the time, but nice little gold bug. You remember the bit in the cartoon I always thought was hilarious when I was a kid, when he's like, "Hey, I've got a new paint job. I'm a gold bug." And Optimus Prime's like, "Then from now on, that's who you'll be. Gold bug." And I was like, "You dick, Optimus. You can't just rename someone like that. A name, people have to choose their own names. People can be free to change their names whenever they want, but you don't just change Bumblebee's name to Goldbug. That's shitty. Optimus Prime is a bad dad." But yeah, let's transform him. Like I say, transforms all the same way. And nice little Volkswagen Beetle. Back in the days before you didn't have to pay licensing for cars and stuff because the car manufacturers were just like, "Hey, it's good press for us." Does his rub sign work? Does it? Heck, it actually does sort of work. Actually, I'm saying that it is coming up. That's definitely a little bit brighter than it was a second ago. So yeah, okay, his rub sign works. He's an Autobot, but nice little figure there. And I'm going to bring in my favourite Throttlebot. Whee! Wide Load. He was a fun one to get. He's like 12 quid. Goldbug there was 15 quid. He was the most expensive one to get, but he has got name value going on. But it's Wide Load. He's my favourite one because, firstly, he's big and chunky. He's got a different construction to the other Throttlebots. Instead of having the sort of leg pieces like these have, he has like an inner structure that he's attached to on a flap, and he is wildly out of scale with the other guys, which is kind of hilarious. If they did these to scale, it would be amazing because you'd get all these ones that are just like regular sized cars, and then he'd be like this big chunky one. But I love his orange and blue. It's a really nice look for him. It's got a nice red face on there. There's not much detail on the faces on these guys. See, it's all blurry. They're just constantly blurry. I'm giving up on the autofocus on this video, but there's not much detail on his face. His rub sign doesn't really work, but that's normal. Another thing that makes him a little bit different to the others is that when he's in vehicle mode, his arms don't clasp onto these bits. All the other ones, you'll see they clasp on at the side. I think one doesn't. The only one. Oh, this one, he's got a little latchy bits that come out and clasp onto it. which is supposed to stop him accidentally transforming, I guess. But he doesn't have one. He can stand him up. You can ask the question, what if a dump truck could stand up? Yeah, really nice figure. And I just, wanted to make a quick little video. That is actually probably longer than the review I was going to do on the Throttlebots, because they're a nice little bunch of guys and I like them. Repugnus and Soundwave aren't Throttlebots, but these have become my desk bots. Look at the dust on it. That's Soundwave, Core, Soundwave and Repugnus. They don't pull back and go. Would be nice if they did. But, the Cyberverse range could really benefit from stuff like this. This Transformers Cyberverse range is much more gimmick laden. So why can't they do a little bunch of mini bots again like this that have little gimmicks? Pull back and go. That's a classic gimmick. Oh god, you can't go wrong with that. But anyway, that's a collection that I completed this year, the Throttlebots. Next year I'm thinking I might aim for another mini set of bots, maybe the Firecons and the Spark bots. They might be fun to try and collect. Thanks for watching. Sorry that's not a full-blown review like I would normally do. Like I said, I deleted it. And at the end of the day, I wasn't super happy with how the review was anyway, because it felt like I was saying the same stuff over and over again. I'll get a review done of something a bit more inventive. Maybe I'll do a Cyberverse figure, because I have a really fun one. But I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.